everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. In many of my other tutorials and tips of the week, I've talked a lot about quilting stitch patterns, and they've been very basic. But in this tip of the week, I'm going to take you to the next step beyond. So let's do a quick review of some of the other patterns that I've shown you in the past. The purpose of quilting stitches is to help hold all of the layers of your fabric together. So when it's being washed, it isn't going to shift and go all over the place. So this is a very basic pattern. Just stitching straight lines going one way and then going the other way. And you usually do them anywhere between 2 and 3 inches apart. Then there's also doing it on a diagonal. And you would just start from one corner and go down and keep moving over every few inches, then turn and go the other way. Then on many of your computerized sewing machines, you have a serpentine stitch, which is this wavy line, and you usually can adjust it to make it as wide and as long as you want it to be. So this is again side to side and up and down. Or you can do it on a diagonal. Same way, start in the middle and move out. On some of your more high-end machines, you have nice decorative stitching that are great for doing on borders or around a quilt block. But now I'm going to show you how to create your own designs. You're going to be surprised just how easy it is. Here's one of my table runners. It's called the 10-minute table runner, and there will be a link below your YouTube screen if you're interested in doing this. It's a great beginner's project. What I want to do is create a decorative stitch pattern in this printed area right here. So what you need to do is measure from one end to the other so you know how long to make it. Then I'm going to cut paper that length. And this paper, you can buy it in rolls at Home Depot, Lowe's. It's in the paint department. Comes in a variety of widths, and it's very inexpensive. So I'm going to cut this paper that length, which is about 30 inches. After you've cut your pattern, then you want to fold it in half. So take the two ends, bring them together, and put a crease in here. Now, depending on the length of your table runner, you may have to fold it more times than I'm demonstrating right now. But because this runner is short, I only need to fold it one more time. Like I said, if you need to fold it more, you can if it's a really long table runner. So here I have folded it. And on this side, I'm going to show you how to draw a design. Here is a square, and I want to draw, maybe a 2.5 inch square. So I'm just going to try to line it up. Actually, I think I'll draw it 3 inches. So I'm going to just draw around this way, and then go back over on this side and do the same thing. All right, so now I have this square off at an angle. Now I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to take another ruler here, and I want to draw a line here and here, but I want them in exactly the same spot. And go ahead and draw a line there and there. Then you want to go to your sewing machine. Remove the upper thread, take it all the way out. Set your stitch length to 3.0. And what you're going to do is you're going to start up here and stitch right down through it. You don't want any thread on this. You're just putting perforated holes in it. So stitch here. Leave your needle down and your presser foot up and turn it. And if you have a setting on your machine, many computerized sewing machines have it, to where you can have an option of either having your needle resting in the down position with the presser foot up, or just the opposite. Set it to where your needle is down every time you stop. So when you get here, needle down, turn this, stitch this way, needle down, turn, stitch here, and then stitch here. Now come back up and stitch down this side and then back up. Now I'm going to unfold this, and as you unfold it, and you're going to begin to see all these holes through all of the layers. I'm going to unfold it again. And so I've got this continual pattern that goes from one end to the other, and it's repeating itself. Now let me show you how to place it on your project. The table runner I showed you a little earlier did not have any cotton batting in it. It only had heavy iron-on interfacing, which I often use in table runners. So for this particular creating your own stitch pattern idea, you can do it either way, with cotton batting in it or fusible iron-on interfacing. So I've got fabric on the back here, and then I've got cotton batting in between, and then another layer of fabric. And I've pinned it down. Now this is a little bit smaller version. Then I place pins on the inside of the squares. Then you're going to start up here at the top. And I would use either a polyester thread or a heavy, or not heavy, but there is sewing machine quilting thread that you can use, which is a little heavier. Set your stitch length to 3.0, and you're going to start up here at the top. So stitch down to the corner, needle down, turn your project, stitch down, turn your project, stitch down, and you're going to keep going on just one side, all the way down to the very bottom, all the way across your project. Then turn around, come back up, then go this way, up this way, all the way up to the top. So you're double stitching over the straight lines, which is not a problem. Just make sure you stitch right over those lines. When you're done, remove all of your pins. And before I tear the paper off, I want you to see the back. I have just white thread on there, but you can already see the stitch pattern. Okay, so that's what it's going to look on your back side. Now here I've used darker thread so you could see it really clear. So you remove the paper and you remove it all the way off. So you can already see a stitch pattern here. Now if you have little pieces of paper that you can't quite grasp with your fingers, just take a pair of tweezers and pull any little pieces off. But if you had your stitch length at 3.0, it's really easy to pull all of this off. So let's take a bigger look at it. A few more little pieces. So there you can see you can create a really nice stitch pattern. Let me show you a few others real quick. Here are some other geometric shapes that you can do the same thing with. This is a great big diamond shape. And then there is a hexagon. And you draw them on just like you did that square. Now you can create your own geometric shapes. It's really up to you what you're trying to do. But then again, you would go ahead and stitch through the paper to perforate it. And then you would go ahead and place it on your fabric and then stitch again. You can also do it with curves, but make sure it's not too many curves because then it gets really hard to stitch over it. So try to keep it simple. But here is a heart shape, and again you do the same thing. Now let me show you a table runner I did a few years ago using a heart pattern. This one is my rooster table runner with a ruffle on it, and I just love this. It's so cute and very country looking. But I used a little bit smaller hearts. I actually did 3 different rows, okay? And I got them really close together to where they just sort of mesh in. So if you're doing more than one row, you want to start in the center and place it. Then go out to the outer edges and do it. Now this one took a while because it's got a lot of curves, but it was really, really worth it. I hope you enjoyed this tip of the week. If you're going to try this, do it on a small project, a pot holder, a placemat, and pick a really simple design until you get used to it. Don't venture out into a lot of curves just yet. This does take practice. Now, if you're interested in other tips of the week, then go ahead and binge watch all of them. There will be a link listed below your YouTube screen. All you need to do is scroll down to the description section, click on Show More or the down arrow. It will expand open and then you'll see the links appearing. Now don't forget to follow me on Instagram and make sure you go and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl. This is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.